Hello guys, and welcome to another video. So in this video I want to talk about the way that I manifest for myself and for the people that I work with. So I'm going to do a simple and quick guide that you can then comment in the comments of this video and ask me to go deeper on certain things that you wish to understand more. So for this video it's going to be quite fast, quite simple, but I want you to ask me to go deeper on the things that you find interesting. So first of all, as I say, mind, body and soul. The mental, the physical, and the spiritual realms. So we need all of these to align to end up with our manifestation of our desired reality. So the mind, the first thing we need to do, and the first thing I do with myself or somebody I'm working with, is I make them specify. They write down exactly what it is that they want and why they want it. So you need to be very specific, because then it's easier for us to find the emotions attached to this thing, find out what we need to do, where we need to go, what our focus is. But also I ask you to say why, because a lot of people, maybe they want to be rich and their why is because they want to be happy. But really they don't realize that there's many other ways for them to be happy, a lot easier than becoming rich. So really what they want is stability, comfort. They don't want worry. They don't want fear of losing their job or losing this thing. They want to be comfortable. So you need to know exactly what it is that you want and why, because the why that you think you have right now for your desire is probably wrong. You need to go deeper. So then once we've specified, then we can move over to our current beliefs and desires. So then when you think about this specific desire that you want, then I want you to write down what you as a person right now, your beliefs, your expectations, your emotions, your reactions, everything that you would have about thinking like of your desire. So when you think about already achieving your desire, I want you to think and write down what exactly you are thinking now. Because most people, their current frequency, if you are poor and I told you in 1 month you're going to have $1 million in your bank, your beliefs would be like, you don't believe me. Your expectations is that it's not going to come true. Your emotions are going to be more of fear and why is this person lying to me? Why is this person trying to scam me or whatever? So I want you to write these down because they're going to be important in the next step. So once we've worked this out, then we can work out what your negative blocks are. Which emotions from a past trauma is stopping you from getting to this desired reality or be able to change your frequency into this desired reality. So then once we've found out what your negative blocks are, then we need to rewrite these blocks. So a common misconception that people will tell you, and I think I've even said it myself because I didn't go deep enough. But the first thing we try to do is these negative blocks, we try and change them into a positive, But that can be very hard because some people, their negative blocks are so deep that there's layers to the block. So another thing that I try and do is not replace them with positive emotions and subconscious blocks, but replace them with other negative subconscious blocks. So what do I mean by this? So let's say that the thing that is stopping you from getting money is you have a subconscious block that is telling you money was hard to come by, money is scary, money causes stress, because you've seen your parents struggling to pay bills, or you've seen your friends and your family and your loved ones always struggling to make money. So we want to change this into a fear of not making money. It's much easier to change a negative to a negative than it is to change a negative to a positive. So your negative blocks, the best way I find is to change it into a negative block that makes a positive outcome. So instead of thinking you're scared of making money, you need to rewrite that into thinking that you're scared of not making money. You are scared of not being comfortable. You are scared of not being safe. You are scared because you might lose everything if you don't make this money. So then we've rewritten the blocks. So now we want to go back to the beliefs and the expectations of the desired person. So now thinking as if you have already achieved the thing that you want. So the $1 million is in your bank now. So what would your beliefs be now about manifesting this thing? What would your expectations be? What would your focus be? What would your emotional thoughts be? They would all be positive now. You would believe that it's possible because it's happened. You would expect it to be possible because it's happened. It's going to happen. So your expectations are of a positive nature. Your emotions are going to be happy, freedom, love, ready to do whatever you want now that you are safe. So then we've got these written down. So now we need to become the desired mentality. So these things that you've written down, the feelings that you have, the beliefs, the expectations, now you want to really embody them into your mind. You want to try and constantly think as if you are already this person. Think about that you know this money is coming, you are happy, you can't wait to spend it. Plan everything around your desire being true. So that's how we then embody and become our desired person. So that's the mental aspect that we will work through, and that, depending on the person, that can take one day or it can take 1 week to really truly work out this and then embody the mental aspect. So then we move on to the body. So focus and actions. So now we know exactly the person that we are and that we are becoming, and we've taken on this new mindset, thinking a different way about everything. We are not reacting to these same small things as before. We're reacting in a way that a person with this large amount of money in the bank would react. But now we need to think about, what would this person do on a day-to-day basis? I'm not talking about you need to go and walk into a bank and pretend that you are some, big rich person. But what would your daily thing, somebody who is rich and has achieved all their goals, they're probably going to wake up early and on time. They're going to have a morning routine. They're going to, maybe work out or take care of their body. They're going to eat well. It's going to have a knock-on effect throughout your whole life. Once you have achieved a big thing, everything else will fall into place, because you are now thinking about these negative things, not working out, not eating correctly, not doing what you need to do as your old frequency and what was keeping you there. So your new frequency will then make your focus, your attention, and your actions start doing what that person would do. So then you need to change your tribe. So currently you are broke. All of your friends are broke. The people around you are broke. They're telling you broke things. They are keeping your beliefs in this broke system. So why do you want to stay around them? If inside your head you know you are not this person, and you're not letting your reality at this moment change the frequency in your head of this desired reality, so then why would you want to be around people that have a frequency of the current reality that you have and what they all have? So you need to change your tribe. You need to start meeting these people who are making money, people who have came from nothing and got to this desire that you want. You need to start befriending these people, finding mentors, finding people that are willing to teach you things, that will show you opportunities. Their actions will lead to your desired reality. Environmental change. So the same like tribe change. You're in an environment now that is associated with the bad habits that you are doing now. Your bedroom, your front room, your garden, they're all currently associated with you procrastinating, not doing what you need to do, being undisciplined, being lazy, or whatever the things that you want to change about yourself are. So your current environment is attached to these energies. So you need to change that environment. I don't mean you need to move your house, you need to buy a new car, you need to change your job. What I mean is you need to just change the small things. The brain reacts to these small changes. So you change your sofa from here, you change your bed from here to here, you change the light bulb in your lights. You just change these small things in your environment that will change your environment. But as you are changing them, act and focus on this new desired reality. So when you walk into that room, the new outlay, the new environment is associated with your new reality and your new frequency. Talk to the new you. So this is something that I only added in recently with somebody, and I think it works very well. I learned it maybe a few months ago on a video, and I think it works well. So talk to the new version of yourself. Think about, once you have achieved your reality and you have grown old, and your manifestations keep happening, this person that you want to be when you are an old person, maybe write them a letter, or write an email. Just write something out physical. Don't think about it. Write it out physically. A letter to the future version of yourself, thanking them for changing at this time of your life, feeling impressed with the things that they've achieved, feeling happy, all these positive emotions. Write them down about how you would feel if you were that person and you could go back to this person and talk to that person now. Make it real. Talk to this person as if they are a real person, because they are a real person if you believe they are. Make it real, fake it till you make it. So that is basically just doing all of these things that I just told. I don't really like the term fake it till you make it, but that's exactly what you were doing here. In your mind, you've already made it, but in physical reality, you haven't made it yet. So you need to, what is in your mind, you need to put out into the real world. You need to fake that person until you make that person, because as you keep doing this, then that's when the opportunities will arise and turn you into that new desired reality. So you've done this, you've got the mind on point, You've got the body on point. Your daily routine is that of your, your reality that you want to achieve. So then we're in the soul. So the new mind and the new body, this will open new opportunities. So once you are doing this, once you are this new person mentally and physically, you need to be open to the fact that different types of opportunities are going to come your way. So this not only changes your whole perspective, but also it changes the person that you are, because maybe before you had a perception that don't trust this type of person, or don't do this type of thing. But now your new person knows that opportunities come in many shapes and sizes. So, maybe this person that you were going to avoid on the street because they look a bit different, maybe you just say hello to them and that sparks a conversation, and he's a big businessman and he's looking for someone just like you. These things, these opportunities, they never come packaged with a big sign saying opportunity on them. They usually come packaged as a danger, as something that the brain doesn't want to do, and that turns into an opportunity. Some of the biggest opportunities I've had in my life came from just me being nice to a person that I would normally just totally ignore. And that's the truth. So, new opportunities. And what you now need to do for these new opportunities to arrive and for this to keep happening, you need to resonate. You need to resonate your new whole being into the universe. So what do I mean by this? I mean that your new desire, they wouldn't walk around looking like they don't take care of themselves. They would be walking around, confident, nice posture, confident, slow movements, and doing these things because they know that they have achieved greatness in their life already. So you want to resonate this same thing. The point here is that you want everybody else around you to notice what is inside your brain without talking to you, basically. You want to walk into a room and somebody thinks, wow, this guy is rich, or, wow, this guy is good at, this thing. When you are walking into a room and you still have the old frequency in your mind, but you don't know it, you will give off this energy, you will, maybe moving fast because you need the opportunity, or, you are looking for the opportunity, but you want to act a certain way so these opportunities come to you, not act a certain way so you are looking for opportunities. There's a big difference. If you see somebody who is jittery, you always, when they are coming towards you, you think, oh, what does this person want from me? If you see somebody with an air of confidence and authority coming towards you, you automatically think, oh shit, what have I done wrong? This guy is going to tell me something, or he's going to advise me on something. You want to be that guy where people are thinking, wow, like, what is this about him? Like, he's interesting. You don't want to be the guy that looks desperate and in need of opportunity. So once you've done all this, they will just keep perpetuating in the same cycle. Your mind, I don't want you to do these things and then forget and move on. I want you to constantly obsess over these things, and then obsess over these things that we've talked about, and then obsess over your resonance so the opportunities will come to you. And trust me, the faster you can do all of these things, the faster you can obsess all of these things, your mind, your body, and your soul, to resonate at this new frequency of your desired reality, the faster your desired reality will come to you. And something I've learned over the years of doing this myself and teaching it to people is there's no secret trick. You have to do all of these things correctly, and if you miss a step, it's not going to work. But once you've done them correctly, you need to keep doing them, and you need to really do it until the belief of this thing is not even something you need to think about anymore. It's something that is just there. You are that belief. You are not chasing that belief, but you have become that belief. You have become that person. Once you totally become this person in the mental, in the physical, and then in the spiritual, then it will come back to you, and you will see big changes happen in your life if you just listen to this guide. So any questions on anything I've just said right now, please, in the comments, just type the thing that you want me to explain, and I will reply with a video about that exact thing. Okay guys, so thanks for listening, and I hope you learned something today, and as always, chase your dreams.